Once upon a time, there were 3 little elephants who lived with their parents. When the elephants grew old enough, they went out into the world to live on their own. The first little elephant built a small wooden shack. One day, there was a knock at the door.
Hello, who's there? It's me. Hello, is anybody out there? Let me in. That's strange. Someone knocked on my door, but whoever it was, they seem to have gone away.
That mouse was frustrated, so he wrote a note and slipped it under the elephant's door. He read,
Squeak, squeak, squeak. I'm the big bad mouse. When you're something good, I'll tear down your house. I'll tie down your tails, I'll pull in your ears, I'll make you mean and the rest of your fears.
later that day, the elephant found the note.
Oh no, a big bad mouse. I never seen a mouse, but it sounds very scary. I imagine that it must be gigantic. Much larger than an elephant. I bet it has big yellow eyes and long sharp teeth. Oh no, help, there's a big bad mouse on the loose. I must run away before it goes back to my house. I must run for my life.
The
Do I
elephant
have to hold this too?
wooden shack, tripping over tables and bumping into chairs. The terrified elephant left through the back door and ran all the way to the second elephant's house. The second elephant lived in a brick house. It was larger than the first elephant's wooden shack. It also had a doorbell, which the first elephant rang.
Hello? Who's there? It's me. I'm so scared there's a mouse on the loose. Can I stay at your house, please, please? A mouse? Why didn't you say so? I imagine the mouse must be gigantic. With a long tail and sharp claws. Come inside quickly. Lock the door behind me.
A few minutes passed. The 2 elephants sat in frightened silence. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. The 2 elephants looked at each other and their terror grew. Who could it be?
I'm not answering it. I'm not answering it either.
The big bad mouse kept ringing the bell, but no one answered. Finally, he grew frustrated and slipped a note under the door. It read,
Squeak, squeak. I'm the big bad mouse. I'll rip out your garden and tear down your house. Turn on your shoes, I'll pull in your ears, and make you mean and the rest of your fears. Oh no, now the big bad mouse has come to my house. What will we do? Where will we go? There's a gigantic, frightening, fierce mouse on the loose. Run! We must run for our lives!
the 2 terrified elephants stumbled out of the house, dangling out their legs and tripping over one another. They left through the back door of the house. They didn't stop running until they arrived at the 3rd elephant's house. The 3rd elephant lived in an enormous mansion. It had a long driveway and a swimming pool. The 2 elephants rang the bell. And James the butler answered. As soon as he opened the door, they ran past him, shouting and waving their arms.
Oh my! Okay. Oh my! Oh no! It's horrible! It's terrifying! How if I steal something? Call for help! Call the police! Call the army! Get a hold of yourselves, both of you. Now slow down and tell me what you're so frightened of. A mouse! A mouse? Why didn't you say so? I've never seen a mouse before, but I imagine a mouse would be humongous, larger than this mansion.
It's okay.
I think it might have scales and it might breathe fire.
The 3 elephants huddled in fear. They remained very still, listening with extreme care. After a few minutes, the doorbell rang.
Don't answer it, James. Why not? elephant. It's a mouse, James, a humongous, terrifying, scaly, fire-breathing mouse. And very ridiculous. Also kind of that's current about at 18th and buried.
James went and opened the door. The 3 elephants were so frightened now that their eyes were popping out.
Could you please deliver a note to the elephant? Please tell them yes. Squeak, squeak, squeak. I'm the big bad mouse. I'll rip up your glasses in 2 dozen. A tug on your chest, I'll pull on your ears. A great pain and the worst of your fears. Well, come here.
The 3 elephants walked very nervously towards the door. The 3 frightened elephants stared at the doorway, but no one appeared to be there, besides James the butler. They looked to the left, they looked to the right, they looked up, and they looked down. There on the doorstep stood a tiny little mouse.
But you're so small. We have never seen a mouse before. You're really not very frightening at all. You're so cute. I did not know you looked like this. Elephants!
The mouse scampered into the room. At last the elephants had seen that a mouse was very small. They were never frightened of mice again. At last the mouse had learned that elephants are very large. The mouse never again threatened to rip up an elephant's garden or tear down an elephant's house. Everyone lived happily ever after.
Ha ha ha!